is going to be a relaxing, chill whisper ramble. And I have my computer pulled up here with a scary Reddit story, which I know you all love. So if my channel interests you, please consider subscribing, leaving a like or a comment. I would really appreciate it, and I adore hearing from you all. I love reading your comments and replying and getting to know you all like you have gotten to know me through this channel. And I feel repetitive saying this, but I'm so sorry for the once a week uploads. Not only have I been busy, I'm just going through some things right now which I won't get on, or I won't really get into it here on YouTube, but just some personal things going on. I should be back at my house soon. You guys have probably gotten used to this little setup here in my old room at my parents' house, but I will be home soon, so. And as you know, I am in nursing school. And school starts again in August, so I have been running around like crazy getting things updated. I have an account on a site called Castle Branch, which is what my program is through. And so I had to get my background checked, get my social media checked. I had to catch up on all my vaccines. I think I got like 3 or 4 vaccines yesterday just to update them, different shots, and I got them all in my left arm. And so my left arm is so sore today. I've also been ice skating 3 times a week. I love ice skating. I don't know if that's something I really talked about on here, but it's a fairly new hobby. I started skating in January or February. I was like, why not? So I've been ice skating a lot, so that's been really fun. There is a very talkative bird outside. I hope it's relaxing and not annoying. But I do live on a farm, so we've got lots of critters outside making sounds, so another thing, I might start filming during the day. I try to only film at night for you guys so the lighting is not harsh, but that's another reason why I haven't been able to consistently do twice a week, is because sometimes at night I just don't get time to film. My dogs are barking, whatever, so instead of trying to only film at night, I might go ahead and do daytime uploads just so I can really get in those 2 videos a week. But anyways, thank you guys for being so understanding. You all are so kind to me, and thank you for 4,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, that's crazy to me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. And now for our story, what you guys have been waiting for. So I'm on the Reddit no sleep category, and this story is called My Daughter Has Been Prying at the Door Handle Every Night. It's gone from adorable to disturbing. I remember the first time I heard it. Click, click. Honey, what's that? I asked my wife Carmen after waking up in the middle of the night to a strange sound. What's what? She replied in a groggy state, frustrated that I had woken her so late. But the sound had stopped. The next night, I heard it again. Click, click. What could that possibly be? I wondered as I woke up my wife again. This time she heard it. It sounds like the doorknob, but by the time we walked over to it, the sound had stopped. city, I had always gotten into the habit of locking my bedroom door, and that tradition continued well into moving into my wife's apartment and even our current home in the suburbs. The following night, we did not hear the sound. Perhaps we were both in too deep of a sleep, or maybe it didn't happen that night, but either way, we thought the strange occurrence was behind us. Until the next night, when we heard it again. Click, click. Is that what I think it is? Carmen asked. It most certainly is, I replied, a chill going down my spine, as the reoccurring sound was beginning to genuinely terrify me. This time, I tiptoed over to the door, careful not to alert whoever was turning it, and opened it quickly, only to find my 8-year-old daughter just standing there staring at me. Christy, I said. Yes, Dad, she replied. What are you doing, dear? You nearly scared me to death. I just missed you and Mommy. It was so adorable that I nearly forgot how creepy the sounds of the previous nights had been. That's all. But then she simply turned and walked away. Good night, Daddy. I climbed back into bed and let out a sigh of relief that my daughter was the source of the sounds. But the next day, I started to think about it more, about the number of times it happened, and how, after claiming to miss us, she simply walked away. So when it happened again the next night, I didn't open the door. Instead, I simply tiptoed over to it and listened. Click, click. I heard my daughter tugging at the door handle, twisting it and turning it in a clear attempt to pry it open while we were sleeping. Or at least, she must have assumed we were sleeping. That's when the whole thing began to terrify me. If she was trying to open the door and get into the bedroom while my wife and I were asleep, what did she intend to do? I became obsessed with that thought, to the point where I couldn't fall back asleep that night, and hatched a plan to get to the bottom of it. So, the next night, I did what any rational parent would do when their child was uncharacteristically twisting at their bedroom doorknob every night, and I left the door unlocked. And so, after pretending to fall asleep, I lay in bed, waiting, passing the time on my cell phone so as to not fall asleep. Until a few hours later, when, in the middle of the night, I heard a new sound. Not that of the door handle twisting and turning back and forth. No, this time I simply heard the sound of the door handle turning, followed by the squeaky door opening. Click, screech. I immediately turned off my cell phone and shut my eyes, just far enough so that I could see through them, and pretended to sleep. What happened next still haunts me. Lying there in the dark, my eyes squinting, I saw the blurred shape of my daughter open the door, close it behind her, and slowly walk over to my wife's side of the bed. She must miss her mother after all, I thought to myself, giving her the benefit of the doubt, until I carefully turned my head, just slowly enough so that my daughter didn't realize I was looking, and saw my 8-year-old daughter reach behind her and remove from her pajamas a kitchen knife. She held the knife up above her head and swung it down towards my sleeping wife. What? Not before I was able to reach my arm out and catch the blade in my hand, letting out a large scream. Christy, what are you doing? But she didn't reply. She simply let out a loud hiss and seemingly slithered away out our bedroom door. drove me to the hospital as I relayed the night's events. My impaled hand more than enough evidence to convince her of what had happened. I would like to say that after we got back, my daughter returned to normal. The sound of the door handle stopped, and we went back to being a family, living out our lives happily ever after. But when we got home early that morning, Christy had broken through her bedroom door and escaped from the house, never to be seen again. Still to this day, I wonder where my daughter might be, still locking my door each night. I can only hope that others do the same. That's it, and I'm locking my door. That's so creepy. That's really creepy. The first comment says, "This is one of the many reasons I'm happy I don't have kids." Well, someone said, "Locking your bedroom door is a fire code violation." I would rather risk a fire than being stabbed in my sleep. That's very creepy. Someone said, "Is this story real?" Well, we can certainly hope not. I'm out of breath, guys. I just got home from ice skating, and I'm trying to film before my mom gets home. I sound like a teenager again. Oh my gosh. I gotta do this before my mom gets home. That's funny. But yeah, I worked on turns today, so I'm like, I'm out of breath. And also I think the vaccines are making me out of breath as well, because I got my COVID booster, and when I actually got my COVID shot, I was like, for like 3 days, so, but yeah, I hope that the school is fine with my vaccines, because I've been running around everywhere getting them. Excuse me. And I had my doctor appointment this morning, and I had to give my doctor a sheet to fill out, and he was like, "I've never seen this before," and I was like, "Yeah, me neither." It was very odd that they're requiring a lot this summer before school starts, and I'm like, it's summer, but I understand, so, yeah. That was kind of a short story, but it was very creepy. I think my mom will be home in a couple minutes though, so I might have to film in a couple days, but our next true crime video is, I think, fairly long, so I've started my research. And I will be in Florida for 2 weeks. I leave Friday, and I'm filming this on a Monday, so I think you will see this video tonight. And before I leave Friday, I am going to film a bunch of videos and be uploading them at the beach, so you will still get your videos, your 2 videos, while I'm at the beach. So, I'm trying to think of what else I can ramble about. I can't decide if I should keep growing my hair out or if I should cut it again. Right before I started my YouTube channel, my hair was like, it was down to my waist, but then I chopped it off to my collarbone, and it's growing pretty fast, so I don't know if I should chop it off again or let it grow out. I think I might let it grow out, but we will see. Oh, I wanted to ask, do you guys want to do something special for 4,000 subscribers? I've already done a pretty big Q&A. I think my Q&A video was like an hour and a half on, and that was at 1K subscribers. You guys had a lot of questions at 1K. So, I don't know if I should do another Q&A or if you guys want to see something else, but whatever it might be, please let me know and we will do it. I am very thankful and I hope I've made that obvious. Okay, well, I hope that you all enjoyed this story.